Hello there. This is Jeff Hall from the Brentwood Voice. I'm the founder of both the Brentwood News and now the Brentwood Voice. It's now June, mid-June of 2026, and this summer we're putting on a sprint so we can really have the Brentwood Voice up and running at full speed by fall of this year. And I'm joined this summer by several young interns and I'm pleased to introduce them to you today. I'd like you to meet them and get a feel for how we're doing this and also about how we are very future oriented. I'm 74 now, so I'm not going to last forever. But at some point, I hope somebody younger will take over the Brentwood Voice and keep it going forever. The idea here is that we want to create a platform that is very community friendly. It's like a conversation. We will have a mix of news and opinions and podcasts and interviews and all kinds of fun stuff. We'll have directories, we'll have restaurant reviews. And this is the team this summer that is going to pull this all together. So, with that, I'm going to start off with Josephine, Josie for short. Uh, Josie, tell us who you are. Where do you go to school and what do you want to be when you grow up?
Okay, so my name's Josephine or Josie. I go to Brentwood High School. I'm a rising senior. And I think from what I know, I want to be like, in college on the pre-law path and then eventually be a lawyer. But in college, I think I want to study like political science or international relations.
Okay. Now, you've been with Brentwood Voice for a couple months now. What have you done so far, and what do you like about what you see so far?
Well, I've written a few articles. One was kind of a more political article covering Tracy Park, and then the other ones were more like what's going on in Brentwood, like why is it the new it spot, or here's a new restaurant that's opening. And honestly, I love writing about like what's going on in Brentwood just because I've been here literally my whole life, and I love seeing how it grows and changes. And yeah, that's my favorite part about being on Brentwood Voice.
Great. And Patrick, you've lived in Brentwood your entire life also. Tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I graduated from UCSD and I've been with the Brentwood Voice for a couple months and I want to pursue a career in journalism.
And what kinds of topics do you particularly like to write about?
I'm most interested in politics, but I like writing about just about anything, but particularly politics.
Patrick, are you concerned at all about the job market? It seems to me that, with AI changing everything and the economy being what it is and journalism being what it is, it's been a pretty depressed field for some years now. Are you concerned about your prospects?
I um I am concerned, but I'm also optimistic. I feel like with respect to AI and everything you brought up, it will just be change. I don't necessarily believe that anything too dismal will occur, and I'm optimistic.
Okay. I share that, by the way. I've been using AI more and more. To me, it's like a great, great tool. If you had to go out into the backyard and chop down a tree, would you rather use an axe or use a chainsaw? To me, AI is like a chainsaw. Giles Friedman, you've been here for a while too. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Giles. I grew up in Brentwood. Went to Brentwood School for a little while. Then we moved to the Palisades. Then after the fire, we moved to Malibu. And I'm in Brentwood all the time because it's where my grandparents are. And I've really liked helping you out the last couple summers.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about that story you started on about pricing around Brentwood, and then let us know where you stand with respect to chapter two of that story.
Yeah, I did a little thing last year on I think it was Viceni Foods, Ralph's, and Trader Joe's on maybe Trader Joe's on the prices of eggs, milk, bacon, and peanut butter, and we found the different variety of prices around the different restaurants. And this year, obviously, I because we have like a set number of photos, we can probably like find concrete information about the inflation of those.
Yeah. I think Whole Foods was on your list also.
Whole Foods, yeah.
Yeah. Very good. Charlotte Burnap, you're next.
Yeah, so I'm not from Brentwood, but I go to school in Brentwood. I go to Archer, which is an all girls school that's like right across the street from Brentwood. Um, I've been there since sixth grade, and in ninth grade, I joined our school newspaper, The Oracle. And it's just something I really love doing. I became our culture editor last year. Going into my senior year next year, I'm going to be our editor in chief. Um, and I just really love, for me, it's always been about storytelling. I really want to go into college to be an English major, or maybe specifically journalism, because I really love telling stories. I assistant directed our middle school play last year because it came from that, or this year because it came from that same passion of telling stories and finding ways to do that. And so my favorite way has been through writing, but yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask the same question of you that I asked Patrick. Are you concerned about your future prospects if you want to become a journalist?
Yeah, it's definitely always something that's kind of a little bit in the back of my mind. That's like, I remember telling my dad, like, oh, I might want to go into journalism. He was like, do you? Like, I remember he said something like that to me. And so I think it's definitely something that's always kind of in there with AI. My mom is the editorial director of like a couple magazines, like a magazine company. And, the presence of AI and that shift to a digital landscape is definitely something that like her job has to navigate and has to like work through. Um, but yeah, I think it's at the end of the day, AI is scary, but I think using it as a tool, and I think that that's something that we've seen a lot in just like throughout the narrative around AI, is there's more of an interest from like people and from consumers in seeing it as a tool rather than as the primary source, because still we're in these stages where AI makes mistakes, and I think that a lot of people crave that sort of human interaction through the news.
Let me assure you, human beings make mistakes too.
Yeah.
Okay, Allison O'Boyle, you're up next.
Yeah, so similar, kind of similar to Charlotte. I have been going to school in Brentwood for the past 5 years, so I'm definitely around that area a lot. And 2 years ago, I joined the Oracle, our school's publication, the Archer School for Girls publication, and on that, I've just been selected to be the multimedia editor, which kind of translates to the work I've been doing with Brentwood Voice, which is assisting editing podcasts and like creating the script, or not scripts, the kind of procedures we have and just all multimedia in general. But yeah, I'm really interested in pursuing journalism in the coming future. So
Great. So we're going to turn this into a podcast, and you and Charlotte, I hope, will help edit it and package it so we can upload it to our Substack, which is brentwoodvoice.com. If there's anybody out there listening who knows of a young person who would like to intern with Brentwood Voice, we'd love to hear from you. If you are older and you want to become a columnist and write about a topic of choice, we'd love to hear from you. Send me an email to jeff.hall@brentwoodvoice.com, and we'll keep you posted on our progress this summer and by this fall. Like I said earlier, I hope we're really up and running. Now, I forgot to turn on speaker view when we first started recording this thing, so I'd like to go around the room one more time and ask everybody to give any parting thoughts that they have about what they'd like to see happen with the Brentwood Voice and how young people can fit in here. So, Josie, let's go back to you.
I think as Brentwood is progressing, I mean, I've noticed that it's become a completely different part of town than it was before. It's really turning into somewhere people really want to go. And I think having like younger people on this team and writing about what's going on in Brentwood will really, I think it'll create a new perspective of Brentwood that people who've been living here their whole lives haven't seen before, just because we know all the new things that are going on and we see it growing and we want to, grow with it.
Actually, you point out something really interesting. You were the first one to tell me that Brentwood has become the new it place. In fact, you wrote an article about this, and I thought, Brentwood, the it place. This is sleepy old Brentwood. How boring can it get? And then it opened my eyes. I started looking around at all the new restaurants and drinking establishments and retail stores. And bagel shops and everything that's going on. It's really become quite a hopping place. Patrick, how about you?
I'm excited to see if more people get involved. I'd like to see that and just hear more about what's going on in Brentwood from as many different people as possible. Because I like to, hear from people who maybe like have different interests from me, and I'd love to see more people contribute. Because I know about the things. I know about, but and I'm interested in, but like I love to branch out and hear about all different things that I would never even think of looking into.
When I started the Brentwood News back in 1991, a lot of people said, "What are you going to write about? There's nothing happening in Brentwood." And after two or three issues that we published, people said, "Oh my God, I had no idea there was so much going on." Giles, how about you? What are your hopes for young people's role in the future of Brentwood Voice?
Yeah, I mean, continue doing what we're doing, writing, taking photos, all of that. I do hope, sorry, sorry. I do hope at one point, we're going to be able to not even like, here, I have different words for that. Um, like what Josie wrote about the Brentwood being the it place. Like people in honestly boring places are always looking for a place to hang out. Malibu, we kind of have the beach and that's it. A lot of the guys, we go down to Westwood a bunch, and Brentwood could be a good place to branch out. And I feel like these articles and stuff like this could grow Brentwood into more of said place.
All right. What was your last word there? Sad place? Said place?
Said.
Okay, very good. Charlotte.
Yeah, I think Brentwood is just a community with like so much to offer, and really hope that we can dive deeper into all of these like all of the little stories of Brentwood, because I think that that's something that you're not able to get with a more national or a more citywide newspaper. Like we aren't able to tell all of these small little stories that make this community exactly what it is, and that's what I find so interesting. And I think that that's what a lot of people I hope will be able to take out of the Brentwood Voice is what are the stories happening all around me, and I hope it can really offer new insight into this community and help everybody sort of better understand this like the world can seem so big, but when you look at like all of just the little things happening in your community, it can make you feel so like engaged and so rewarded to find out like all of these things that are happening under your nose.
Yep. People really do care about the little things. Um, Now we have big things to talk about too. I mean, we're here in Brentwood. We have the Getty, we have UCLA, we have celebrities, we have, politicians. We have some high-powered people here who have very interesting stories to tell, and I hope you guys will help me interview them. Allison, you're last.
Yeah, I'm really excited this summer to see not only the development of all of us as interns, but I think just getting to watch Brentwood Voice grow and like build itself up and really create that concrete standing that we like are hoping to have in Brentwood, similar to like what Brentwood News has. I'm really excited to see that and just kind of see the implications that we choose to like really go with, whether it's our like pamphlets that we have with the QR codes or just different things that we're kind of choosing to go with that are kind of going with what like I'm really excited for us to build as the community builds as well, if that makes sense.
Makes sense to me. I think you guys are going to enjoy a lot of support from the community. I'm really happy that you have joined the team. And with that, I'm going to say it's time to sign off. And Brentwood, we'll be in touch. Sign up for the Brentwood Voice. Go to brentwoodvoice.com. Be sure to sign up for the e-newsletter. It's free. And once you sign up, you'll start receiving it. We're not publishing it yet as of June 14th, but within a few months, we hope it'll be a weekly feature. Talk to you later.